Now this could only happen to a guy like me, and only happen in a town like this. So may I say to each of you most gratefully, as I throw each one of you a kiss, this is my kind of town, Chicago is.
Test, test, 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3. A little bit of a mic check for those of you who may be already tuned in as we get ready to go for Roosevelt University hockey. Roosevelt against Calvin. Just checking out our microphones, making sure everything works, and we'll have our broadcast starting right around the bottom of the hour.
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships.
Please enjoy the game.
Nobody watches you harder than the people.
The following is a presentation of Roosevelt University Athletics. This is Roosevelt University Hockey. Live from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville, Illinois. Tonight it is Roosevelt University men's hockey. Tonight it is the Roosevelt University Lakers against Calvin University's Knights. And now, without further ado, we send it to the public address and Steve Hayes for the introductions of tonight's starting lineups.
Thank you. Here is tonight's starting lineup for the Calvin Knights. Number 5, Aleem Darmanov. Number 8, Hayden Zimmerman. Number 11, Christoph Petrilla. Number 37, Nick Justice. Number 71, Stephen Ickes. And starting in goal tonight for the Knights, number 31, Adam Yost. Tonight's acting head coach for the Calvin Knights is Josh Petrusma. The head coach of the Knights is Mike Petrusma, who is home recovering tonight. And the Roosevelt University family wishes Coach Mike Petrusma a speedy return to the ice. See you soon, Coach! And now, here is tonight's starting lineup for your Roosevelt Lakers. From Bensonville, Illinois, number 10, Danny Bazach. From Duluth, Minnesota, number 16, Griffin Lehet. From Somerville, South Carolina, number 19, Cade Swigert. From Charleston, South Carolina, number 21, Gage McNeish. From McKinney, Texas, number 22, Tim Pickrell. And starting in goal tonight for the Lakers, from Ormond Beach, Florida, number 32, Harbor Castle. The head coach of the Roosevelt Lakers is Billy Carr, and the Lakers' assistant coach is Ben Buchel. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and remove all hats and caps for the national anthems of Canada and the United States of America.
Oh,
Thank you for your attention and consideration. One reminder for everyone here this evening, the officials appreciate your enthusiasm.
Our national anthem preceded by Oh Canada here tonight at the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville. Great to have you along with us. It is Roosevelt University hockey tonight. Roosevelt against Calvin. These two teams finishing up a home-and-home weekend series. They played the opening game of the series last night in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Calvin able to prevail by a final of 5-1 in that game. So with that win, Roosevelt now coming into this game 1-9-0 on the year, and Calvin now at 7-1-1 all time against Roosevelt for the year. Calvin right now at 12-1-0. They made it into the top 10 in the national rankings. As we said, they won 5-1 over Roosevelt last night, and all-time Calvin 7-1-1 against Roosevelt. The only Roosevelt win, a 4-2 victory coming back on the 5th of November in 2021. We're glad you're with us here. It'll be Adam Yost in the nets for Calvin, and it'll be Harbor Castle starting the night for Roosevelt. We're glad you joined us here from wherever you may be as we hold forth here in Bensonville, and we're underway. And the puck going right on net. Harbor Castle stops it. Roosevelt in the white sweaters tonight with the green numerals. And Calvin, very Boston Bruin-like uniforms. The black sweaters with the gold numerals and the gold and white trim, as the puck now back in the Roosevelt zone. Roosevelt going as we look at it and as you watch as well on our video stream tonight from right to left and Calvin left to right. Calvin trying to put it in deep into the far corner. Danny Bizach takes it away for the Lakers. Got it up ahead now. Lakers across the line into the far circle. Quick shot here and a butterfly save made by Adam Yost as Griffin Lee Het taking the first shot of the game for the Lakers. And again, Yost holding on, and we'll have a face-off coming up. Face-off on the way. Far circle to the left of the Calvin net. There's the draw. Sent back out to center. Able to track it down for the Lakers there was Andrew Lozenak. Dumped it back into the night zone. And Calvin able to retrieve it now back in behind their own net. Now swinging up the near side. Now pass toward the middle. Knocked away for a moment. Calvin trying to get it back. Pushed over to the far boards there. And Joel Fonovic trying to bring it into the Lakers zone. But now Roosevelt able to put it back out to center. And now whistle here. So a stoppage. Just over 19 minutes remaining in the first period. Just underway, scoreless from the edge. Face-off coming up at center ice. Here's the draws on the face-off of Roosevelt was Drake Adams. Puck came to the near side, popped into the air. Looked like trying to knock it down there. That was Lou Vesperini for Calvin. Eventually it goes back into the Roosevelt zone. Lakers take it behind their own zone now. Adams put it over to the far boards. Trying to control there, flipping it back into the far corner. There was Carson Pishker for Roosevelt. It came around now to the near side. And now back in behind the net. Holding there, Michael Somona. Actually, he wasn't holding. He was in motion the whole time. Put it up the far boards. It now slides back into the Calvin zone, and the Knights back to retrieve. Looked like it was Fonovic to retrieve. Tried to send it ahead. Now rink winds into the near side to Tony Eaton. It got by him. Went back into the Roosevelt zone. Lakers play it across now the Calvin line on the right wing side. trying to drive in deep here on the right wing. Joey Coglianese, and now it got played back in behind the net and around to the near side now. Calvin with control. They'll work it across the Laker line. A little bit of a traffic jam. The puck getting dumped into the near corner now by Tony Eaton. Went over to the far side. Lakers able to get it back. They'll bring it across the red line, chipped into the Calvin zone now. Yost grabs the puck with his stick, and then I thought he was going to flip it backwards behind his own net. He put it into the near corner instead. Puck came down to the Calvin line, and now the Knights able to control. They swing it up ahead. Puck deflected back into the Lakers zone. Ethan Poole had the puck go off his stick and went back into the Roosevelt zone. Lakers clear, and then it got dumped right back in here by Holden Pratt for Calvin. Roosevelt able to take it over to the far side now. They work it through the neutral zone. Puck dumped back into the Calvin end. It'll be the Knights able to take it back. Rink wide pass, then it's flipped into the Lakers zone, and Roosevelt immediately able to clear. Puck went back to the other end now in the far corner. That's Aleem Darmanov. Able to track it down. Puck now slides all the way to the other end of the ice. And Roosevelt able to gain control. Able to track it down there. Salmona put it over to the far corner. Now it came back in behind the RU net. Bit of a stretch here without a stoppage now. Lakers bring it through the neutral zone. Here's Adams across the line. Flips it right on. And covering it up here now will be Adam Yost. And we'll have a face-off coming up as we play here early in the first period. No score between Roosevelt and Calvin. Face-off on the way. Near circle to the right of the Calvin net. That's again, it looks like Drake Adams on the draw for Roosevelt. Puck slides around the boards over to the far side. Calvin able to take it there. They bring it across the line on the left wing. Put into the far corner. Trying to track it down there. That looks like Christoph Petrella. Now it got put in front of the net here, right on, and Harbor Castle able to stop it there for the Lakers. So we'll have a face-off coming up. And the face-off coming up far circle to the right of the Roosevelt net. Face-off went behind the Roosevelt cage, and the Lakers trying to take control there and trying to bring it out of the zone. Can't do it. He give it away here. Puck now pinballs in the slot, and now finally the Lakers able to get it back. Steven Eckes tried to get a wrister in from there in the slot for Calvin. Didn't work out. Lakers now have it back in the night zone. Puck came back now here to the left wing half board. Pushed toward the left side corner now. And eventually it goes back behind the Calvin net, and Calvin able to control. They play it to center. Puck fired right back in now into the near corner, into the Calvin zone, and the Knights again able to take it back. Puck came around now to the near side. Calvin with a turnover there. Little spin around and went wide to the right side. Is able to catch up to the puck there was Jack Ekholm. Now Calvin trying to clear. Lakers able to keep it in. They put it into the far corner. Put back in behind the net. Came around now to the near side. Again toward the end boards, and again now back to the corner. Play to the near point. Barely kept in here. Good play to keep it in for the Lakers by Gage McNeish. Puck went around now to the far side, and it comes back out to center. Dumped back into the far corner now. Crashes into the end boards. Yost will leave it there, and now Calvin will try to bring it back the other way. Knights will play it around now to the near side. Puck sent out to center, popped into the air. Now it got slipped here to the near boards. Pushing it ahead there was Salmona. Went back into the Calvin zone. Lakers tried to mount an attack, but it got deflected over to the right wing half board. Trying to put it in deep there to the far corner. As now it came around to the near side. Lakers now played it to the far side as Adams sent it to the far boards. Crozier trying to get to it there for Roosevelt. Now it came back out to center ice. Calvin on the move. They bring it across the Laker line. Rister here, and it'll be partially blocked, and it goes in the right wing corner. Played back in behind the net now. Able to get to it there. Nate Brown for Roosevelt. Brown now pushed it back behind the net. Puck came around down to the near side. Lakers hard pressed to get the puck out of their zone. Calvin nearly able to get it back. They tried to connect on a pass there into the slot. Joel Fonovic was just shy of maybe a step shy of where the puck was sliding through the deep slot there. Puck now went to the end boards near the corner. Salmona takes a fall. Calvin able to get it back. They play it now to the left wing point. Wristed in from there, and thought I heard it hit a pad there as it got through. It popped into the air, went into the far corner. Battled for here. Lakers able to take it back now. Across the blue line. And now dumped in from center ice is going across the red line with it there. That was Chase Caravella. Now it got dumped back into the Calvin's zone, and Calvin now controlling behind their own net. They'll run it up the near boards. Long pass ahead. On the drive in from the right, Tony Eaton tried to work it back in behind the net. Had to battle through traffic there. Took a fall, spun around on his knees. Puck came back now to the left wing point. Knights trying to keep control of it here. Good move there by Darmanov to get away from a would-be defender there. And now it went over to the far corner, and the Lakers are trying to clear. Darmanov trying to keep it in. Heavy contact here as Darmanov takes a fall, and then we have a whistle just beyond the Laker blue line to the right. No score. Just over 13 minutes remaining in the first period. And we'll have a face-off coming up. Puck will be brought back into the Roosevelt zone. And now they're going to bring it out to the neutral zone. Officials seeming a little bit indecisive there as to where they wanted to have the face-off take place. It will be in the far right down in the neutral zone. Danny Bazach on the face-off for Roosevelt, but it's won by Calvin. Nick Justice dumping it into the Roosevelt zone. It went over to the far boards and cleared to center. Justice tried to get to it, but it got pushed back into the Calvin zone. Lee Het driving in from the right side, not able to get the shot away as he went into the end boards. Good attempt there for Griffin Lee Het. Now the puck came back over to the far side, and it'll be Calvin with possession. Rink-wide pass to the near side. Poole had it, lost it. Calvin got it back. They bring it across the Laker line, but now they're called for offside. So offside the call here. Face-off coming out into the neutral zone. Face-off near right, not in the neutral zone. Jaden Barron on the draw now for Calvin. He won the face-off and went right to Charles Reardon. He tried to steer it over to the far side, and now the puck goes into the Roosevelt zone. Reardon applying pressure there, but the Lakers get around it. They'll play it now to center. Dumped in from there. It slides along the base of the boards all the way to the near corner of the Calvin zone. Puck came back out here now near side. Sent back across the Laker line. Swiping at it there and missing was Cade Swigert. He had to backtrack to chase it down. Puck now into the far corner, played in deep here by Calvin. It popped into the air, looked like near the far post, but no chance for Calvin to get a shot away, and the Lakers now trying to clear. They spin it up ahead now. Brown in his own zone. Plays it now to the near side, and now it's Brown with it. I thought he had it initially, brought it across the blue line, had it taken away, and Calvin now able to bring it back across the Laker line. Quick shot here, and a stick save on the shot that came from Joe Dieleman, and the puck went over to the far side now after the save by Harbor Castle. Calvin again plays it across the Laker line on the left wing side. Good check into the far boards there by Drake Adams for Roosevelt. Puck now back behind the RU net. Went over to the far half board. Calvin trying to keep it in there, able to do so. Weaving through traffic. Shot, no, a pass from the high slot, and then they try to redirect it in, but it missed. Good job there by Steven Ickes as he went in deep. I thought he was going to take a shot now, and traffic jam in front of the net, and they score. Oh, a huge scramble in front of the net. It looked like the first shot taken was by Nick Justice. It didn't get through, but then on the scramble and a rebound, Calvin able to take a 1-0 lead. This will be Christoph Petrilla on the goal for Calvin. And so the Knights take the 1-0 lead as we are getting toward the middle stages of this first period. We'll have the official announcement momentarily. As we await the face-off at center ice. So 1-0 Calvin. There was a case there where there was such a jam up in front of that. The only reason you knew they scored is because sticks went into the air. Here comes the face-off, and now the announcement on the goal. As Calvin plays it across toward the Laker line, they bring it into the Laker zone, far side, set in front.
By number 11, Christoph Petrilla. Off the assists by number 22, Lou Vesperini, and number 8, Hayden Zimmerman at 11:40 remaining in the first period. Petrilla at 11:40.
So, Calvin with another quick chance while we were listening to the announcement. Harbor Castle made the save, and now a puck flung in here near the upper part of the net, and it got Deflected, I think, into the glass behind the net by Castle. Justice had it near point, sent it over to the far side. That puck then was fired in by Darmanov, but it went wide to the left side. Puck now into the far corner, battled for there. Several players surrounding the disc of vulcanized rubber. Darmanov kept it in now left point, fired it back in behind the net. Puck came around now to the near side. Bottom of the near circle. Little mini spinorama that didn't get through. And now it came back out now between the blue lines to center ice near side. Danny Mazach trying to get to it, couldn't do so. And then backhanding it in there is Lou Vesperini as he'll come off the ice. Personnel change for Calvin as the Lakers control in their own zone. They'll play it around now to the near side. Rink wide pass now, far boards. Lakers try to push it across the line. Here's Lehette now. Bothered from behind, kind of handcuffed there. He's able to bring it into the far corner. Fed it out high, quick shot, and a save there made by Yost. Oh, the Lakers with a good opportunity there. It came back out front, but Roosevelt not able to connect, and it stays a 1-0 game as we head just short of the halfway point of the first period here at the edge. Face-off coming up, far circle now to the left of the Calvin net. Lakers trailing it 1-0. Here's the draw. Went over to the far half board, played down to the right wing point. Lakers, though, unable to keep it in. Calvin back the other way, across the Laker line on the left wing side. Backhanded into the far corner. And the players taking a tumble there. Cade Swigert getting the worst of that battle. Puck now back behind the Roosevelt net again. It came around now to the near side. A scramble for it. Now back in behind the net. Calvin able to control. The back of the sweater ruffled up there. Couldn't read the number on the jersey of the player for Calvin that put it in behind the net. Now it went into the far corner, back around to the near side. Well, it looked like they were going to try a wraparound. Instead, they bring it out to the midpoint. Around the perimeter, top hash marks, far circle. Little drop back pass, quick shot, stick saved by Harbor Castle. Puck went into the far corner. I think that shot came in there from Eaton. Puck now around to the near side, and Roosevelt able to take it. They'll bank it along the near boards, and it came to center. Now Calvin able to get it back. Inside of 10 minutes remaining in the first period, Calvin with a 1-0 lead. Knights now played ahead, back into the Laker line, back to retrieve it now here. That's going to be Andrew Lozenak for Roosevelt, around to the near side. Now back into the Laker zone. Salmona backhands it ahead. It traverses back into the Calvin zone, and now the Knights bring it back the other way. Into the Laker zone on the left wing. Little drop back pass here. Sharp angled shot. Oh, it went flying in front of the net there and went into the near corner. I think Petrilla took that shot. Puck now back in behind the net again. Out front. Oh, puck now came to the bottom of the near circle as players again tumbling to the ice. That was Salmona getting tied up there on that situation with Charles Reardon. Puck went over to the far corner now. Back around here to the left wing, to the right wing corner near side. And now it'll be sent all the way to the other end of the ice. And it'll be icing against Roosevelt. Face-off coming up in the Roosevelt defensive zone. One nothing Calvin. Face-off near circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. Here's the draw. Put into the near corner. And now Calvin not able to keep it in it. Kind of squirted out to the neutral zone. Justice got to it. Now they played over to the far side. Now the Knights able to bring it back into the Lakers zone. They exchange possession, far half board. One of the Lakers there, Bazach, got spun around like a square dance there. Now it got played into the near corner. Then whistle as the net has been jarred loose as Harbor Castle. Nope, that's not Harbor Castle. He's on his skates. One of the Calvin players took a fall and dislodged the net. So a face-off on the way. Eight minutes and change remaining in the first period. 1-0 Calvin with a lead. Got a penalty coming up here now. Looks like it'll be Danny Bazach on the penalty for Roosevelt. So the Calvin power play is on the ice. Face off here. Stephen Ickes will be on the draw.
Penalty on number 10, Danny Bazach. 2 minutes for hooking at 8:28 remaining in the first period. Bazach, 2 minutes for a hook at 8:28.
Shot from the high slot, redirected wide to the left side as Ickes took that shot there. And now the Lakers able to clear it back all the way as the Laker penalty killing unit on the ice. And Calvin will be back to their own zone to retrieve. 30 seconds now have expired on the penalty, or at least elapsed. Across the line now. Rink wide pass went over to the left wing half board as that pass originating from Ickes. Now back to the left wing point around to the near side to Justice. Justice has it, fakes left, went right. Swings it back in behind the net. Played over to the far side. Sharp angled shot never got through, and now it's cleared back the other way by Roosevelt. Yost out of the net into the far corner now. Yost sends it up ahead. Puck played now to the neutral zone. Across the line, Ickes dropped it back. Now he had it poked back into the near corner. As trailing there was Ethan Poole looking for the pass that never came. Puck now went to the left wing point. Barely kept in. That was close there for Calvin. That puck nearly trickled over the blue line. Over to the far side now it goes. Back around here, near point. Fed to the far circle. Sharp angled shot. Deflected wide on the left side. I think that came in from Petrilla again. Puck now played here to the left wing point. Back to Petrilla. Sends it into the slot. Came now bottom of the near circle. Looks like it's Hayden Zimmerman with it. I believe that's 8 on the sweater. Back now to Justice near point. Justice. Bottom hash marks near circle. Spins around there. Back skating. Fed it now toward Ethan Poole in the near corner. Poole skates back in behind the Roosevelt net. 14 seconds remaining on the Calvin power play. Puck now back into the right wing corner. Came back here now to the right wing point. Fed in there, and it got tipped in front of the net. Went over the crossbars. The shot came in from Zimmerman. Now the puck loose back behind the net again. Calvin being very deliberate. Penalty over. Both teams at full strength. Puck now caroms around in front of the net. Zimmerman has it now, high slot around to the near side. One timed in. That got swept aside there on the shot that came in from Tony Eaton. And now whistle here as we have a face-off on the way. And a good penalty kill there for the Lakers as they trail by 1-0 here. Almost 3/4 the way through the first period. Face-off near circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. Here's Fonovic on the draw now for Calvin. And he'll back away, and we'll have another Knight come into the face-off circle. Players tumbling all over the place after the draw. The puck came here to the right wing half board. Calvin able to control. Trying to wrist it in here in deep was Holden Pratt. Had it blocked. He had to retrieve at center ice. Then he backhands it back into the Lakers zone. Cade Swigert takes over now. Far corner for Roosevelt. Gently checked into the boards far side. Lakers now on the move. They'll bring it across the red line. Into the Calvin zone on the right wing side. Danny Bizach got handcuffed from behind. Lost it. Had to go back to it and dump it back in behind the Calvin net. Puck came around now to the near side. Knights bring it through. A little backhand reverse pass there. Now the Knights back into the Lakers zone, but Roosevelt able to swing it right back out again. They'll rink wide it over to the far side. Dumped in, came back in behind the net. Harbor Castle looked like he kind of lost his balance there a little bit, but held on to the puck, and now it gets cleared over along the far side to center. Taking it back now. There's Petrilla. Tossed back into the Roosevelt zone, and we'll have icing on Calvin. So icing on the Knights. Face-off coming up for Roosevelt. It'll be an offensive zone face-off here for the Lakers. Lakers next play in the Chicagoland Classic next weekend. We'll be back here on the 7th of December at the Edge. Here's the face-off now. Near circle to the right of the Calvin net. Going by memory, I want to say that next game is against Purdue Northwest, the next home date here for the Lakers. We'll double check that one in a minute, as now far side Petrilla spins and dumps it back into the Roosevelt zone. Puck went over to the far corner now, battled for there. Calvin able to take it back. They send it into the slot, no one home there, and it'll slide back into the Calvin zone. Chase to the puck here, and the Knights able to control. They'll work it up the far side, and right from the red line, lobbed back into the Roosevelt end. Goes to the end boards, caroms back to the back edge of the net, and now it's taken back by Roosevelt. They try to advance it ahead. They turn it over in their own zone. Now it's battled for top of the far circle. Lakers able to get it back. Pass up ahead, knocked back into the Calvin zone. Shot from the far circle, save. Rebound out in front, and it got swept over to the far half board now. Puck came around now to the near side. Able to take it back there for the Lakers. Drake Adams, he dumps it in as he comes off the ice. Now whistle as Danny Bizach hops off the bench back onto the ice, but a whistle with a stoppage here. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the period. 1-0 Calvin with a lead. Here's the face-off, far circle to the left of the Calvin net. Puck slides almost to the midpoint, around to the near side now. Holding here. Here's Pishker. Dropped it back to Brown. Over to the far side now. Top of the far circle, Bazach wheeling around. Back to Brown. High slot, fires it in. Redirect went wide right. Actually, it got covered up there by Yost, and we'll have a face-off on the way. Now just under 4 minutes remaining in the period. Calvin holding on to a 1-0 lead. Good competitive period to start this Saturday night matchup here in Bensonville. Here comes the face-off, far circle to the left of the Calvin net. Went over to the far half board. Lakers able to keep it in. They pass it back to Brown.
2 minutes for interference at 4:14 remaining in the first period. Boucher, 2 minutes for interference at 4:14.
So Boucher, the penalty for interference. I did not know there was a penalty there. We've talked about it in the past. There is a speaker system here now installed, and it blocks the penalty timers. And so I didn't tell right away that there was a penalty. Either way, the Laker power play unit on the ice. Here's Crozier. Tried to dump it into the far corner. Didn't work out well. Calvin able to clear back into the Roosevelt zone. Castle behind the net will leave it here for his teammate. We also can't read the time remaining on the penalties when they're on the visiting side of the scoreboard. Puck dumped into the far corner now in the Calvin zone. And Calvin the Knights able to send it back down all the way to Harbor Castle, who stops it with a stick and leaves it here. Lakers control behind their own net. About 1:10 remaining on the penalty. Puck now rink wides to the near side, getting by Cade. That was too far ahead of Cade Swigert, actually. Didn't get by him, it was just too far ahead of him. Yost chips it back to center. Lakers able to take it back now. Here's Adams with it, as dropping it off for him there was Ekholm. Now up ahead here near side. Backhanded into the zone by Ekholm again. Went into the near corner now. Penalty about to, it looks like, end is Boucher getting ready. He's upright in the penalty box, and now the net dislodged here to our left. Boucher coming out, and we'll have a face-off coming up. With just over 2 minutes remaining in the period, 1-0 Calvin with a lead. So we await the draw. Near circle to the right of the Calvin net. All right, face-off came near side now. Went to the left wing half board. Battle for the puck there. Now it came back here, bottom of the near circle, trying to wrist it home there. Yost with a save on the shot by Tim Pickrell. Puck came here now to the near circle, backhanded in from there, I think by Bazach. That got swept aside, and now it came back here to the Laker line. Lee head back to track it down. Rink winds it to the far side. Lakers play it now to the Calvin line. A couple of players got spun around there, went over to the far half board, now back in behind the net. Puck now still holding behind the net. I thought it was going to go to the near side. And now it got played in front. Quick shot here, and it went wide to the left side. Good opportunity there for for Pickrell, but he could not connect. Back the other way now. Calvin into the Lakers zone as they steer it into the near corner. Coming up on the final minute of the period. Calvin with a 1-0 lead here. Late here in the opening frame, and now Castle covers it up along the near post. We'll have a face-off on the way. So face-off coming up now, near circle to the left of the Laker net, went back in behind the cage. As we steam our way towards the final minute of this opening period. Puck came around now to the near side. And a whistle. So we'll have a face-off on the way. Near circle to the left of the RU net. Looks like it'll be Ickes on the draw here now for Calvin. Yes, it will. He wears number 71. Now a new Laker will come into the penalty, into the face-off circle.
1 minute.
And 1 minute remaining in the period. Lakers now played into the Calvin zone, and it'll be all the way to the end boards and a whistle here. A little bit of a hard hit applied after the whistle, but no harm, no foul, and we'll have a face-off coming up with 59 seconds to go here in period number 1. Face-off coming up near circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. Again, Ickes on the draw here. He wins it to himself. Tried a sharp angled shot. Got thrown in front there. No rebound available for Calvin, but they do keep possession of the puck. Sent in from the left wing point. Low line drive, and Harbor Castle a knee-high stop on the catch there. And we'll have a face-off on the way. Down to 44 seconds remaining in the period. Last shot coming in from the far circle there with a stop made. Face off, far circle to the right of the Roosevelt net. A little bit of a scramble there at the bottom of the far circle. Puck now squirts to the far corner, rung around the boards by Danny Mazach. Now just over a half minute remaining in the period. Lakers play it to center. It skips by here, and Roosevelt able to push it deep into the Calvin zone. It went into the far corner as Pishker had control of it. Flipped it behind the net. Calvin trying to clear. Now 19 seconds remaining in the period. Knights bringing it across the Laker line. It slides toward the far corner. Push back in behind the net. Came around down to the near side. Little spinorama rink wide pass that came there from Pratt. Went over to the left wing half board. Lakers able to take it back. Final seconds of the period. Puck slides along the far boards into the Calvin zone. One last chance here. Danny Mazach, though, does not get the shot away in time. He spun around, made a backhand shot. It went into the net, but the buzzer sounded. The goal will not count. Little pushing after the whistle here. Officials quickly move in. And so we are at the end of one period of play here this evening. And your score is...
At the end of the first period, it's the Calvin Knights 1 and the Roosevelt Lakers 0.
There you have it. So 1-0 the score here. Calvin with the lead, the only goal of the game so far. That came at 9:20 the first period, and it came off the stick of Christoph Petrilla. So that's where we stand here. We'll take our first intermission break. Come back to you in about 13 minutes or so with our second period play-by-play. Good start to tonight's game, as it is a 1-goal difference. Your score, Calvin 1, Roosevelt nothing. We'll see you on the other side for period number 2. This is Roosevelt University Hockey. All right, we welcome you back to the Edge Ice Arena here in Bensonville, Illinois, as we get ready to go for period number 2 tonight. Roosevelt against Calvin. Calvin's Knights leading it by a score of 1-0. And again, the only goal of the game so far, Christoph Petrilla. That goal coming at 9:20 of the first period, and that's where we stand now. In a 1-0 game here, the Calvin Knights are back out onto the ice, and now we await the arrival of the Roosevelt University Lakers as we get ready for period number 2. And as I look across the way in the runway, the Lakers now will come back out onto the ice. Great to have you with us as always here tonight from the Edge. Roosevelt again next in action after tonight, next Friday and Saturday night at the Chicago Showcase. Then they're at home next after a game at Purdue Northwest on the 5th of December. They are back home here at the Edge against the Purdue Northwest Pride on the 7th of December.
Couldn't be more surprised than I am.
As we get ready to go for period number 2. Danny Mazzaccia at the face-off now to start the second period for Roosevelt. And here's the draw. Played now back into the Calvin zone and chipped ahead by the goaltender, Adam Yost. Back into the Lakers zone it goes. Play to the near side, and then it inadvertently pops over the glass and into the Calvin bench, and so we'll have a face-off coming up. Pass here came to the near boards, trying to connect with Tim Pickerel, but it hopped over the glass and into the bench, and we'll have a face-off on the way. Just underway, period 2. Calvin a 1-0 lead. Here's the face-off. Came now to Dermanov, near side. Rink winds it over to the far side, and then it got dumped back into the Roosevelt zone. Battled for there. Now it'll be taken back here, near side, and around to the left wing corner it goes. Darmanov waiting for it here at the left wing point, and it never came to him. Came back out to center. Tossed back into the Lakers zone here. It'll slide left of the net, and now into the near corner it goes. And they chase after it there. Now it got played over to the far corner. Now it slides by 2 players. Was sitting there along the far half board for a good second and a half. Shot from the right wing point. Swept aside here as it went whistling wide to the left, as a matter of fact. I think that shot came in there from Holden Pratt. And now the puck came around to the near side. Darmanov fires it in, redirected wide right. Went down to the far side. Taking it there, Nick Justice. Around now to the bottom hash marks of the near circle with it, Petrilla. Tried to put it back in behind the net. Came back now to Darmanov. He'll send it in. Pad save, rebound, and I think it hit the near side of the net from Petrilla. Went over now to the far corner. Came back to center as it got deflected into the air, and it'll fly back into the Calvin zone. Knights back to retrieve as tracking it down there, Aleem Darmanov. Up the far side it goes, now across the line. Calvin brings it across into the Laker end. Eaton, rather bringing it in deep there was Fonovic. Not able to get in too far deep there as the puck came into the near corner. Now back over to the far side. Sent to the right wing point. In from there. Got blocked in the slot. Roosevelt back the other way. Long pass up ahead. Got popped into the air. Then lands and slides right on net. Covered up here by Adam Yost, and we'll have a face-off coming up. .17:58 remaining in the middle frame. 1-0 Calvin with a lead. Here comes the draw. Near circle to the left of the Calvin net. Came back out near side right. Brown nicely knocked it down. Played it into the far circle. An attempt at a centering pass. Got pinballed around. Now it got flipped wide to the left side by Pishker. Puck went back in behind the net. Taken again now by Calvin. Came around to the near side. Nate Brown flips it ahead. Came back here now into the Lakers zone, and Brown again able to track it down. Bottom hash marks near circle. Oh, he gave it away after the turnover. Quick shot, and it went wide to the right side. Rebound came back out front, and it came back here to the midpoint. Rister in from there, and they score. The puck coming back out to the midpoint here. I think maybe a redirect, maybe in order here as the initial shot came in from Bryce Granbois, I think it was. And we'll have a 2-0 lead now for Calvin. Again, that sweater number is ruffled up in the back. I could not see the number of the goal scorer, so we'll wait on the official announcement on the public address. But either way, a 2-0 lead for Calvin. So we'll have the announcement shortly as the puck back into the Roosevelt zone. And now to the far half board. Back in behind the net, Lakers able to retrieve. Now back over to the far half board again. A couple of players taking a fall. Back now in behind the Roosevelt net. Pinned there against the end boards. Now it came back to the high slot, fired in from there, and now a whistle.
Tonight's goal is by number 22, Lou Vesperini, off the assist by number 18, Jacob Boucher, and number 86, Daniel Ciso, at 17:20 remaining in the second period.
So the goal going there to Vesperini, and it was Jacob Boucher on the assist. I thought it was 1-9 on the sweater. It was 1-8 when that initial shot came in, and then the redirect came from Vesperini. So we have that taken care of as the goal coming at 2:40 of the second period, and Calvin a 2-0 lead. Puck now back into the Calvin zone here. It got pushed into the near corner. And the Knights able to take control. Over to the far side it goes. Pushed up ahead. Calvin across the Laker line along the far boards. Put into the slot here. A little mini redirect, but it went wide near side. Good thought there by Calvin. They just not able to convert. Darmanov now near boards. Backhands it ahead. It flips end over end, and it goes into the Calvin bench. We'll have a face-off on the way. .15:05 remaining in the period. 2-0 Calvin with a lead. Face-off will be brought out now to center ice. Here's the draw. Won by Roosevelt. Played up ahead. It hit the skate, I think, of Danny Bazaj. Came into the near boards. Calvin clears to center. Bazaj knocked it down. It goes back into the Knight zone again, and now Calvin able to control. They'll bank it along the far boards toward the Laker line. It slides into the Roosevelt zone. Into the far corner it goes. Nate Brown trying to track it down there for RU. Up ahead now to Danny Bazaj. Tried to clear it with a backhand move there. That did not work out well. Calvin controls, far circle, thrown in front of the net. And wow, Harbor Castle, he did the splits there, it looked like it, along the far post to try to keep that puck out of the net. And for the moment, it stays a 2-0 game. Puck came back here now near point. Kept in along the near side by Ethan Best, and now it got played over to the far side, and Best eventually able to get to it again for Calvin. Backhands it ahead, it gets knocked down. Puck poked over to the far boards. Came back to the top of the center circle. Put back into the Calvin zone. A race to the puck here. Bazach not able to get to it. Now it got popped into the air in the slot. Came to the near side. Calvin able to clear. They're going to do more than that. They'll bring it across the Laker line on the right wing side. Little drop back pass. Quick shot here. And Castle able to make the stop. Puck back behind the net now. And it came around to the near side. And all the way to the other end of the ice it goes. Aiden Adamic able to take it there for Calvin in their own zone, and now the puck back into the Laker end of the ice. Came out here, top of the near circle, got popped around again. Eventually taken here by Ickes. He fires it in. Redirect went wide right. Puck then caroms off the end boards to the far post. Covered up by Harbor Castle, and a little face-off on the way. So a face-off coming up. Far circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. 14:27 for the period. 2-0 Calvin. Puck came down to the neutral zone. Roosevelt able to control. They'll bring it almost parallel to the blue line. Now it got pushed into the Lakers zone, but now reversed back out of the Calvin zone, I should say. Came here to the near boards, and from almost beyond the blue line, Boucher taking the shot, and right on, and Harbor Castle able to make the save. Jacob Boucher, who had an assist a moment ago, able to get the shot away there, but it stays 2-0. Looks like now it'll be Holden Pratt on the faceoff for Calvin. Came back around to the far side, wristed in from there. I'm not sure if it ever got through as that wrister came in from Adamic, and now it went over to the far side again. Went to the right wing half boards. Played into the far circle. And they tried to work it through a maze of players, but the Knights not successful. Roosevelt back the other way. Here's Drake Adams into the Calvin zone. Skates bottom of the near circle. Tried to flip it in behind the net. It came over to the far side. Jam up in front of the net. Gage McNeese taking a shot at jamming it home. Never got through the gathering of humanity in front of the cage, and now a whistle here. So we'll have a face-off on the way. 13:45 remaining here in the second period. The scoreboard here is so dim, the lighting, that I literally need binoculars to read the time. And then I have to move back and forth because there's wiring as well blocking our view of the scoreboard. Faceoff came around now to the near side and lobbed back out in the center. Came back right edge of the center circle there. Fonovic tried to gain control, not able to do so. Went over to the far boards. Now flipped back into the zone by Holden Pratt. Puck rung around the boards now to the near side in the Laker end of the ice. Came up the near boards. Able to get to it, Cade Swigert in open space across the Calvin line. Put it over to the far corner. Tried to whack it in behind the net. I don't think it worked out well there. Puck now pinned against the far corner boards. Trying to get to it, Griffin Lee Head able to do so, but then he had it taken away from behind. Calvin back the other way. Lob now back into the Lakers zone. It'll kind of bounce into the near corner. Lakers able to track it down as Michael Somona got to it. Ran it around the boards over to the far side, and it came out into the neutral zone. Now a giveaway here by Calvin. And line change here for the Lakers as it got dumped into the far corner. And it'll be Calvin now on possession. Puck sent ahead. Oh, they turn it over. Quick shot here. Save made by Yost. Rebound. They score! Lakers able to take advantage of the turnover. Looked like it was Drake Adams taking the first shot. The save was made by Yost, but it came right back. And Adams was able to bury the rebound, and the Lakers are on the board. It's a 2-1 game now as the Calvin lead sliced in half. So we'll have the face-off coming up now as the Lakers back to within one.
Number 27, Drake Adams, all by himself at 12:37 remaining in the second period. Drake Adams at 12:37.
Calvin back the other way now after the goal by Adams. Puck flipped in front of the net, but now it got played back all the way to the other end of the ice. So Calvin, their lead sliced in half as the Lakers now backtrack into their own zone as Calvin brings it up the far boards into the Laker end. Pass now to the high slot. Flipped in from there, a little backhand spinorama. Puck got popped into the air there. That sequence originating actually near the midpoint. Yeah, starting that sequence there was Dario Cecchino. So it was taken here now, near side after Dario Cecchino was able to put it in. Now it came around here to the left wing corner and back in behind the net it goes. Lakers able to take it. They're running along the far side. It ran along the dasher. It came down to the Lakers' own. Pass in front. They shoot. They score. Oh, the Lakers turning it over on their own right in their own zone, and Calvin able to cash in, and they retake the lead now by a pair at 3-1. This will be Charles Reardon on the goal for Calvin. So 3-1 Calvin with a lead now on the tally by Reardon. Off the face-off now. Lakers have it in their own zone. They'll play it up the far boards.
Number 21, Ed Reardon. Assists by number 93, Joel Dieleman. And number 12, Aiden Adamek. At 11:25 remaining in the second period. Ed Reardon at 11:25.
So Reardon on the goal. 3-1 here in favor of Calvin. Lakers now have the puck. They'll bring it across the line. Long shot in right on, and a stick save made by Yost. Jam up not only in front of the net, but along the end boards. Now eventually we have a whistle. We'll see if we have a penalty here. We've only had one penalty so far in this game, but we may have another on the way as we head toward the halfway point of the contest. 3-1 Calvin with a lead. And we'll have a Calvin penalty on the way, so a Roosevelt power play is in our future here. Looks like this will be Jaden Barron on the penalty, as we'll get the announcement shortly as the puck came to center here. Knights bring it into the Lakers' zone.
Penalty on number 16, Jaden Barron. 2 minutes for hooking at 10:44 remaining in the second period. Barron, 2 minutes for a hook at 10:44.
Pass across the blue line, but Calvin ruled to be offside. A pass right on the stick there of Stephen Ickes. And so now we'll have a face-off coming up. Good game here tonight at the Edge, although the Lakers trailing it by a pair, 3-1. 10:22 remaining here in period 2. Here comes the draw, near left down in the neutral zone. Ickes brought it across the line, trying to move it into the high slot, put it into the far, brought it into the far corner. Now it got sent into the right wing corner once again after Ickes brought it into the far circle. Gage McNeish now on the end boards, flips it ahead. Now it came here to the near boards. Lakers bring it up the near side. Drake Adams, took a hard hit from Darmanov right at the blue line. Puck went into the near corner now. And now Adams returns the favor, but not on Darmanov. Instead, he gave quite the elbow there to Christoph Rachilla. Back the other way now. Calvin into the Lakers zone. Going for the shorty here, and now a whistle. We've seen a couple of shorthanded goals in our first couple of games of the year here at the Edge. And Calvin getting an opportunity there. And we'll have another penalty on the way. It looks like it'll be a hold on Gage McNeish for Roosevelt, so that'll end the power play for the Lakers, and it'll result in a short power play coming up for Calvin once their penalty ends. Face-off coming up near circle to the right of the Roosevelt net. 3-1 in favor of Calvin. Here's Hayden Zimmerman on the face-off for the Knights.
Lakers penalty on number 21, Gage McNeish. 2 minutes for hooking at 9:47 remaining in the second period. McNeish, 2 minutes for a hook at 9:47.
So off the face-off now, Roosevelt controlling in their own zone. Teams at equal strength right now, as we have a 4-on-4 situation here for the moment. Puck played to center. Reverse back, Danny Bazach now as it pops back into the Calvin zone. Bazach trying to track it down for Roosevelt. Got to it. Short shot here, right on, and a butterfly save made by Yost, and he'll hold on, will Adam Yost, and we'll have a face-off on the way. .121 remaining on the penalty to Gage McNeish. Face-off coming up. Far circle to the right of the Calvin net. 4-on-4 remaining in this situation. Puck slides back behind the Calvin net. Put into the near corner now here by Carson Pishker. Puck jammed up there. Came back now to the slot. Calvin able to control. They'll put it up the near side now into the neutral zone. Zimmerman getting around Swigert, who took a fall there. Now the puck goes back in behind the net. Battle for it there. Still battling for it. Came over to the far corner now. Calvin able to control. Penalty over now, so the Knights now with about a 50-second power play on the way, as they have it behind the Roosevelt net. Lakers really need a penalty kill here now. They do not want to fall behind by 3 goals. At the midpoint, shot here, redirected wide to the near side as that puck came in from near the midpoint. Now it came back here to the near side. A lot of traffic here in the near circle. Went back into the left wing corner. I think that's Darmanov to track it down there. Brought back out front, floating in right of the net. Went back in behind the cage. Back to the high slot. Quick shot here. Never got through. Rebound into the slot. Players surrounding the puck, and now it got cleared back all the way to the Calvin zone. Back to retrieve is Nick Justice. Lobs it back into the Lakers zone. Slides through the slot. Taken back now here by Griffin Lee Het for Roosevelt. He loses it as it was taken away by Ickes. Into the near circle. Quick shot. And I think it hit Swigert in the back. Rebound, and they score. Let's see if that's officially a power play goal, as the penalty had expired just maybe prior to the shot. But either way, Calvin now able to take a 4-1 lead as they pressure the net there, and it paid off. It'll be Eaton, it looks like, on the goal for Calvin. So a 4-1 lead now for the Knights. And just like that, 2 quick goals.
Goal by number 13, Tony Eaton. Off the assist by number 11, Christoph Petrilla. And number 71, Stephen Ickes. At 7:41 remaining in the second period.
So Eaton gets credit for the goal. Now the puck back in the Roosevelt end of the ice here. Into the far corner it goes. Danny Bazach tries to backhand it out of the zone. Kept in here, far circle. Now it came around to the near side. So the goal coming at 12:19 of this second period. The latest goal here for Eaton. Adamic, and I believe it was also Ickes on the assists for Calvin. Actually, I think Petrilla also getting an assist. It may have been Petrillo and Ickes on the assist. I know Petrilla has a goal and an assist in the game tonight. They've been coming so fast, haven't been able to write them down quick enough to keep up. Anyway, the game goes on. Puck now back in behind the net in the Lakers zone. Battle for it there. Came around here to the left wing corner. I think getting to it there, that was Pratt trying to toss it in. Still being battled for. Now it came all the way out to center. Lakers able to control. They'll bring it across the line here. And it'll be steered into the far corner. Rink wide pass came to the near side. Fired in from there. Blocked by the defense on the shot attempt there by Pickrell. Calvin back the other way. They'll bring it across the Laker line. Into the far circle. Little spinorama fall there. Puck into the slot. Quick shot and a pad save there by Harbor Castle. Puck went into the far corner now after it got lobbed in from the near circle. It bounces along the far boards. Pushed out by Griffin Lehet. He'll bring it across the Calvin line. Into the far circle. Shooting. A low line drive and a save made there by Yost, and he holds on. And all of a faceoff on the way. Good opportunity there for Griffin Lehet. Not able to convert. 5:16 remaining here in period 2. 4-1 Calvin the lead. Here comes the face-off, far circle to the right of the Knights net. Went to the far half board. Calvin trying to chip it out of the zone, can't do it. Lakers able to keep it in. Shot from the high slot, that was blocked by the defense. Came back out to center now, and they'll chase after the puck here. Lakers barely able to keep it in their possession, but not for long as it slides deeper into the Roosevelt end. Now they exchange possession here along the near boards. Calvin able to get it back. Quick shot here, rising over the crossbar. That came fired in, I think, from Eaton. Puck went into the far corner now. Jammed up there. Who wants it? Nate Brown applies a check into the far corner boards. Here's Griffin Lehet with it now for the Lakers. Banks it along the far boards, tries to catch up to it in the Calvin zone, can't do it. Knights able to take it back. They bring it up the near boards now. I thought they were going to pass it to Darmanov. They didn't do that. It got dropped back there inadvertently. Then Darmanov dumped it back into the Roosevelt zone. Lakers able to take it back. They run it up the far side now, all the way back into the Calvin zone. Pishker trying to track it down there for Roosevelt. Can't do it. Puck came to center. Calvin able to control. They play it now across the line. And I thought there was going to be an offside there on Ickes, but it didn't happen. Roosevelt able to gain control of the puck anyway. They bounce it along the far boards. It slides by all kinds of humanity there and went into the far corner. There was an official and about 3 players. None of them stopped the puck. That was amazing. All right. Calvin brings it through the neutral zone now. Taken back here by the Lakers. They'll dump it back into the Calvin zone. That was amazing. Just amazing. Ripley's, believe it or not, would have loved that. Puck into the far corner now. Quick shot, jammed in front, saved by Castle. They try to rebound, but no availability there, and we'll have a face-off on the way. .405 remains in the second period. 4-1 Calvin the lead. Here comes the draw, far circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. Went to the far circle, top of the far circle, quick shot. Oh, I thought for a second it might have gotten, it did get by Castle. I thought it might have gone in, but it went wide near side and it went into the left wing corner. Lakers trying to gain possession there now. And who wants it? That's in an area that's obstructed here in our view from the booth. came back to the near point now. Zimmerman fires it in, redirect, they score! Coming from the near point there, Hayden Zimmerman tossed it in, and then a redirect going in, and Calvin now with a 5-1 lead as they have opened up the lead here late in the second period. Give the goal, second of the game, to Christoph Petrilla. So Roosevelt, now I believe we'll take a timeout. We'll take a break as well. We'll see if we get the announcement from Steve Hayes on the public address here, as it is a 5-1 lead.
Timeout, Lakers.
Lakers again taking the timeout, trailing 5-1. That was the margin by which they lost last night at Calvin's home arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And it looks like we'll take a break as well. 5-1 Calvin the lead. Take a break and come back. This is Roosevelt University Hockey. All right, back with you from the edge as the Petrilla goal coming with at the 16-18 mark of the period. And it is a 5-1 Calvin lead now. So the Knights with a lot of breathing room.
Number 11, Christoph Petrilla. Off the assists by number 8, Hayden Zimmerman, and number 71, Stephen Ickes, at 3:42 remaining in the second period.
All right, puck now put back into the Roosevelt zone. Calvin on the attack, centering pass right in front of the crease, but no shot there. It was fanned on there right in the deep slot. Puck came back around now to the near side. Kept in here, near point. Oh, fired right on, and you could hear the pad save made as that shot came in from the left wing point, as releasing that one was Ethan Best. Best now gets it back near boards, tosses it back into the Roosevelt zone. Harbor Castle behind the net, will leave it there. Inside of 3 minutes remaining now in the second period, and Calvin, as we said, opening up now a 4-goal cushion in this game. They take it beyond the blue line and walk it across the Laker line into the, and feed it into the high slot area, then cleared away back the other way by Crozier. Back now, Calvin into the Lakers zone. Quick shot and a pad save made here. Harbor Castle on the stop there. I think that shot came in from Reardon. Puck came down to the near side, thrown in front. Oh, nearly a redirect there, but it got by. Calvin again with players right in front of the net. Someone has lost their stick. Puck now wheeled back in behind the net by the Knights. Battled for there. The scrum continuing here. Well, not really a scrum. Eventually now taking it, though, Danny Bazach for the Lakers. Across the red line into the Calvin zone. Got around two men. Skates in deep. Tried to drop it back here, and did they score? Yes, they did. Bazach got turned around, but he adjusted, and I think he banked it in off of Yost's back, and the Lakers around the board with their second goal of the game. Danny Bazach kind of doing a little spinorama in midair there. Really had no choice, and I'll confirm this at the break, but I think he banked it in off of the back of the goalie, Adam Yost. Either way, it's a 5-2 lead. Calvin lead now down to 3, as we'll wait the announcement here from Steve Hayes on the goal.
Goal by number 10, Danny Bazach. Off the assist by number 22, Tim Pickrell, and number 31.
So Bazach the goal.
Yeah, baby, yeah! At 2:04 remaining in the second period. Bazach at 2:04.
So the Lakers back to within 3 at 5-2. And after the face-off now, puck came to the near side and then wave a whistle. Well, it was 1-0 Calvin at the end of the first period. 6 goals here in period number 2. That last goal at 17:56 of the second period for Danny Bazach. 5-2, Calvin the lead. After the face-off, puck into the far corner, now went back to the far half board and barely kept in far side by Calvin. That didn't stay in the Lakers zone for long. Roosevelt able to bring it out. Pass here came around to the near boards, trying to push it ahead here. That was a pick roll, but it got played back now toward the blue line. Went over to the far boards again. McNeish now lobs it back into the Calvin zone. Puck back in behind the net again. Came around now to the near side. Lobbed up ahead, and it'll sail into the Roosevelt bench. We'll have a face-off coming up. .121 for the second period. 5-2, Calvin with the lead. Face-off coming up near circle to the left of the Calvin net. I believe it'll be Carson Pishker on the draw here for Roosevelt. Yes, it will be. Face-off went into the near corner. Lobbed back over to the far side now. Lakers get it back, far corner. Centering pass, got popped out to the high slot. Taken away now here by Calvin. They'll bring it back across the Laker line. And a rink-wide pass here. Came up behind Ickens. Under a minute remaining in the period now. Darmanov trying to get it back. Can't do so here. Now he's able to do so in the high slot. I think rather that was Zimmerman with it. Now Ickes can't get to it. Instead, the Lakers able to take it back. Here's Ekholm across the line. Fed it into the slot. No one home there for the Lakers. And the defense able to clear it away to the near boards, but they didn't clear the zone. Lakers trying to apply pressure here. Thrown in front. Now it got put back in behind the net as they tried to connect on a pass with Danny Bazach. Puck came back out front now, taken again here by Calvin. They'll bring it into the Lakers zone on the right wing side. Little drop back pass here, I think, for Zimmerman. Spinorama backhand pass here. And that is taken away, and the Lakers able to bring it back again. They bank it along the far boards. It'll slide back into the night zone. And it'll be icing on the Lakers here. And we'll have a face-off on the way. 19.4 seconds to go here in period two. It is a 5-2 Calvin lead. Face-off on the way, far circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. Here comes the draw, went over to the top of the far circle. Shot from there, and a stick save made by Harbor Castle. Puck came here to the near boards now. Thrown back in front again, and now another whistle. .5 remaining in the period. Line change here for the Lakers. Lakers had that single goal last night. They've done at least one better than that here tonight. They control in their own zone now. Under 10 seconds remaining in the period. Lakers, now it'll be lobbed right on, and Yost stops it, and he'll hold on, and we'll have another face-off still before the end of this second period. Just over 3 seconds remaining in the period. 5-2, Calvin with the lead. Face-off far circle to the right of the Calvin net. Bazach on the draw here for RU. Went to the bottom of the far circle. Calvin won the draw, and they'll run out the time. We're through 2 periods of play. Your score, Calvin 5 and Roosevelt 2.
It's the Calvin Knights 5 and the Roosevelt Lakers 2.
So 5-2 the score here. We'll see if we get shots on goal announcements, as we had 6 goals in that period. 4 for Calvin and 2 for Roosevelt. So it is a 5-2 lead here at the end of 2 periods of play. We'll step aside, take our second intermission break, and then we'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. We'll keep the video stream open. Be back in about 15 minutes or so with period number 3. 5-2 Calvin the lead. See you in about 15. This is Roosevelt University Hockey. All right, we're back with you live from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville, Illinois, as we are about to head to period number 3 tonight between Roosevelt and Calvin. Calvin Knights the lead by a score of 5-2 as the two teams combining for a 6-goal second period explosion of scoring here. As we get ready to go for period number 3, it'll be the Roosevelt Lakers moving in as we look at it, and as you watch on our video stream tonight, on our YouTube video stream from right to left. And it'll be Calvin going left to right here in period number 3. All right, here's the face-off. Danny Bazach against Ickes. And it's won by the Lakers as they play on the freshly Zamboni'd sheet of ice here tonight. Puck came to the left edge of the circle. Griffin Lehet fires it in from there. Went back in behind the net. I always like the freshly newly minted ice. You can see the reflection of the lights overhead. Puck thrown in there just right of the net, caromed off the inboards, and Calvin able to take it back. Getting to it there was Alim Darmanov. Came around now to the near side. Put up ahead. Bazach trying to get it back. Ran into some traffic there, and he paid for it as it was cleared out of the zone by Calvin. Scramble for the puck now along the near side. The players looked like they were going in every direction. And now it was eventually taken by Darmanov in his own zone. Played over to the far side now. Came back around now to the Calvin zone. Fed up ahead. Across the line, Ickes. Overskated the puck. Got help from behind as the puck rung around the boards now over to the far corner in the RUN. Came back out now to center. And Brown tried to dump it in. It went about 2 feet. Then it was stopped in its tracks by one of the Calvin players. Puck went over now toward the blue line and taken again by the Knights. Just underway, period 3. Calvin the lead, 5-2. Calvin looking to sweep this home-and-home weekend series. Lakers able to take it back into the Calvin zone. Quick shot, blocked by the defense as that shot came in from Drake Adams. Puck went over to the right wing half board, thrown toward the cage, and I think it hit the far side of the net. Came down to the midpoint. Players again tumbling to the ice here, and it's eventually taken by Ickes. He put it ahead now across into the Lakers zone. Puck slides into the slot and taken again here now by Roosevelt. They flip it back the other way, and now it's returned out of the zone again. As getting to it, Adamic got to it there for Calvin. Knights now push it back into the Laker end. It went into the inboards. Now came around to the near side. One of the Calvin players took a fall there near the inboards. I thought for a second he might not get back up. I couldn't tell who it was, but everybody okay as the puck now slides back into the Calvin zone. Knights will bring it out here from left to right. They pass it up ahead now. Here's Ethan Poole across the Laker line in deep. Right in front of the net. Cannot get the shot away. Came into the right wing corner now. Put toward the half board. Came here to the near point. Fake on a slap shot. Went to the far point. Wristed it from there. Pad save made by Harbor Castle. And that'll be cleared all the way here by Roosevelt. Long stretch without a stoppage now. As Calvin in their own zone with it. I want to say that was Adamic with the last shot there as it was dumped back into the Roosevelt zone. Puck went back in behind the net. Went over to the far side. Now lobbed out to center. Griffin Lehet able to catch up to it. Griffin into the far circle. Shooting. Save made. Yeah, Lehet tried to get a rebound. Could not get a stick on it. And it's going to be covered up here by Adam Yost, and he holds on. And a face-off on the way. As we have 16:58 remaining in period number 3. 5-2 in favor of Calvin. Face off far circle to the left of the Yost in the Calvin net. Went into the far corner. Now back in behind the cage it goes. Back over to the far side now, and the Knights able to gain control again. They slide it out toward their own blue line. Bank pass up ahead, skips by everybody, rolling into the far corner in the Roosevelt end. Goes back in behind the net. Played out in front here. Oh, a little mini backhander. That was stopped there. Looked like on the shot was Joel Dieleman. Now it came back out here. And Darmanov tried a one-timer. Didn't really get full contact with it. Griffin Lehet back the other way. Into the Calvin zone on the left wing side. Deals it into the slot. It went off the skate there. In deep. Hit the skate, I think, of Pickerel. And it then just sat there for a couple of seconds in the slot before now the puck was possessed again here by Calvin, and it'll be dumped into the Roosevelt zone here. Back in behind the net now. Lakers able to take it back. Banked along the far boards. Flip back in here now into the Lakers zone. Skips by the Laker net. Went into the near corner. Tracked down there by Nate Brown. Brown will skate it into to the far side now. Up the far boards into the neutral zone. Tried to put it into the Calvin zone. Knights reverse it. Lakers take it back. Puck now skips ahead into the Calvin zone. Hard hit applied here. Cannot yet see who got taken down. He's behind the bench here. Either way, everybody seems to be okay now, and the puck came to center. Right on the Roosevelt logo at center ice. Knights able to play it into the Lakers zone here. Looks like it's Petrilla trying to track it down. Put it into the far corner now. Came back around to the left wing point. Trying to get it to it there. That's Crozier. Went into the far corner. Lakers now try to clear, and they turn it over. We've had a couple of goals off turnovers in this game. Shot here from the near point. That whistles wide to the left side as that shot came in from Ethan Best. Puck back behind the net again, and it got pushed into the far corner. Knights play to the left wing point. Tossed in from there, and it slides wide to the right. Back now into the near corner again. Bazach giving chase. Trying to get help there from Lausenac. Now the puck slides perilously close to the net near side. Then it got pushed back into the corner again, and now around over to the far side. Crozier trying to get to it there. Puck now pinned against the far boards, right where the half board starts to bend into the corner area there. Still being battled for. What drama! Puck again into the far corner. Came back to Ickes. Back around now to the right wing point. Trying a wrister there, but missing it there was Tony Eaton. And it's brought back out here. That was Adamic who swung and missed at that wrister. Lakers played it back all the way to the other end of the ice. Long stretch here without a stoppage. At some point, the players have to be getting to the point where they're starting to get really tired, kind of gassed out there right now. Vesperini ran it around the boards all the way into the far corner. Puck again pinned against the far corner boards. More drama here. When will it come loose? There it is. Lakers now have it behind their own net. I love those. Oh, my goodness, almost a clothesline play there as trying to bring it out of the zone there was Pickerel. Dumped back into the Calvin zone. Wow. Puck went now to the far half board. Lakers able to take it back. They have it in the Calvin zone. Little drop back pass here to McNeish. Sends it in redirect. Oh, it just barely bounced wide near side. Good effort there. I think that was Pishker on the redirect that just barely missed. Calvin back the other way now. They push it into the Lakers zone and now whistle. .15 remaining. I think we went at least about 3.5, maybe longer, without a stoppage. I don't write down the times of the stoppages, so I can't tell you the exact time, but you get the idea. Here's the face-off near left down in the neutral zone, won by Calvin. Justice played it over to the far boards. Now it got loud back out around the Laker blue line, taken by Danny Bazach. Bazach has it knocked away from behind, and now they exchange possession. And eventually handed in here to Lehead in the Calvin zone. Quick shot deflected into the glass there behind actually to the right here, into the far corner it went. Now the puck came around to the near side. Lakers able to keep it into the midpoint. Backhanded into the near circle. Knights able to get it back. They'll bring it through the neutral zone. Flipped up ahead. Now deflected. It goes flying into the inboards. And now Castle out of the net. Dangerous there as he tried to swipe at the puck. He's back into the blue paint now. Puck came here to the near corner. Calvin able to get it back. They try to work it into the high slot, taken away here by the Lakers. They'll play it up ahead. Griffin Lehead trying to split defenders, put it into the Calvin zone, trying to get to the puck, and he was able to lob it back and hit the boards just below the top edge of the boards, below the dasher board there, behind the Calvin net. Puck came around now to the near side. Lakers able to take it back. They bring it into the Calvin zone. With it is Drake Adams. He has a goal tonight for Roosevelt. Went into the near corner with it now. Got pinned against the boards. 2-on-2. Battle for the puck. Came back out behind the net. Aleem Darmanov able to take it there now. Fed it over to the far boards. Rink wide pass back now to the near side. Calvin across the Laker line. Bit of a sharp angled shot there. Got deflected into the inboards. Good defensive play there by Andrew Lozenak. Puck went into the far corner. Now the Lakers bring it out into open space. Good pass here to the center circle. Brought across the Calvin line now. Steered into the near corner. And now the Knights able to take it back. They work it through the neutral zone. Here comes Pratt. Takes a hard hit in the boards as he tried to deal it in deep. Pratt, though, right back at it in the near corner as another scrum develops. Battle for it here. Battle for it here. What will happen to this dramatic battle? And now we have a whistle. Oh, I love those times when it's pinned and no one can get control of the puck. It's an amazing sight to see, quite frankly. Face-off coming up near circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. Just over 11 minutes remaining in regulation. Calvin the lead by a 5-2 score. So we wait the face-off here. And Ickes was in the circle. Now he comes back out, kind of adjusts the back of his sweater here a little bit. And now he'll come back into the face-off circle. So Stephen Ickes. Well, we continue to wait. Speaking of drama, all right, now we finally have the puck drop here. Oh, not yet. Called it too early. Called it too early. Now, new Laker into the face-off circle. Here we are going to try it again. Ah, there we go. The game resumes. Taken back by Zimmerman, but he has it taken away. Danny Bazach across the line, into the slot. Oh, was bothered just enough from behind that he couldn't hold on to possession of the puck. And now it got sent over to the far boards. Battled for here. Taken back here by the Knights. They try to clear, cannot do so. Lakers able to take it back. Oh, nifty little drop back pass to the far point, fired in from there. Yost able to stop it. Oh, I thought he was going to cover it up, but the game goes on. Puck came back out to center ice now. Zimmerman trying to gain control. Brought it across the line. Dropped it into the slot. Backhand shot here. Nice shoulder save there by Castle. Puck went into the near corner. Taken again here by Calvin. Huge jam up in front of the net. I'm shocked that everybody stayed on their skates there. I thought someone would take a fall. Puck came here now to the right wing half board. Trying to get it there. Adamic. Now the Lakers able to clear back into the Calvin zone. Closing in on the halfway point of the third period. Calvin with a 5-2 lead. Puck dumped back now into the Roosevelt end. New personnel on for Calvin. And the Lakers almost turning it over there. Now it did get to the possession of the Knights, and a shot coming in right on and a save made by Harbor Castle, and we'll have a face-off on the way. So a face-off coming up. It'll be near circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. Harbor Castle taking a drink of water, I think, and adjusting his mask as we await the resumption of the proceedings here on this November Saturday evening. Holiday season fast approaching. Here's the face-off, went into the slot. Lakers able to take it back now. And they try to work it to the neutral zone. Got seesawed around the Laker blue line. Eventually taken back here by Calvin. Bringing it across the line there was Fonovic. Put in behind the net. Came back around now over to the far boards. Put back in behind the cage again, and it came around out to the near side. Back again behind the net. Centering pass. Oh, how they did not get a shot away. That's something that I may never find out, as that was how a puck got played all the way to the other end, and we have a stoppage here. Oh, the puck was just waiting, ready and waiting in front of the Roosevelt net, and how there was not a shot made there, I will never be able to guess. And we'll have a face-off coming up. As we play on here, we are inside of 10 minutes remaining in the period, and Roosevelt trailing it by a score of 5-2. Well, after we had 6 goals in the second period, no scoring as of yet here in the final frame. Off the face-off now, Roosevelt controls in the far corner. They try to flip it ahead, seesawed around along the far boards just inside the Laker line, taken back by the Knights. Quick shot here, steered aside by Harbor Castle. Puck went over down to the left wing half board. And the Knights able to take it back. They move it through the circle. One of the players on his knees there, going to his knees on that play. That was Fonovic. He was able to pass it nicely to the near side. Eventually it goes to the far corner, to the high slot. One timed in, wide right. Came back here now to Pratt. Pratt fed it, bottom of the near circle. Now back it goes, steered over to the far corner now by the Knights. And now back in behind the net. Battle 4 there, went to the end boards. Lakers eventually able to gain possession. Here's Griffin Lehan right through the middle of the center circle. Puck now popped into the air, lands along the base of the far boards, fired in from there, right on. Yost able to make the stop on the stick save. Knights played ahead through the neutral zone and rolls back into the Lakers zone along the far boards. Calvin able to keep possession. Fired in, and now it got redirected wide left. Puck now back in behind the net. Thrown in front here. A little bit of a scramble. Mini spinorama here. Did not get through. Puck bounces into the far circle. One time in on a blast. Save made. Rebound out front. Castle sprawled there on the goal line, and the puck never went in. And Calvin, though, still controlling. They have it left wing half board. Sharp angled shot. Blocker saved by Castle. Rebound went wide to the right side. Oh, Calvin right now applying all kinds of pressure here. Puck now into the right wing corner. Now back in behind the net. Went over to the far corner now. Lakers try to push it out of the zone. Battled for right at the blue line along the far side. Puck finally loose. Knights able to get it back. Pass to the bottom of the far circle. Backhander in from there and deep. Sticks raised, and I believe they score. Yep, they jammed it in front there, put it in front. And then a close-in shot gets by Harbor Castle, and Calvin now has a 6-2 lead on the first goal of the third period. So Calvin up by 4. That was their margin of victory last night, as we'll get the announcement on the goal. They try to face off. Now they'll try again.
Knights goal by number 91, Dario Sacchino. Off the assist by number 92, Ethan Poole. And number 18, Jacob Boucher. At 7:32 remaining in the third period. Sacchino at 7:32.
So Sacchino able to get the goal. And the Lakers down now by a score of 6-2. And Calvin apparently on their way to a weekend sweep. Puck dumped back in behind the Roosevelt net now. Hard hit applied there, but everybody stays on their skates. Puck now pinned against the end boards. And not too long of a situation there as the Lakers quickly extricating the puck and dumping it back into the Calvin zone now. Came around now to the near side. Crozier trying to get to it there for the Lakers. Came back now near circle, and it'll be played over to the far side now. Oh, nice little backhand pass up ahead. And it finally got pushed back into the Lakers zone to the near side. Goes back in behind the net. Petrillo not able to catch up to it there after that nice play there along the far side by the Knights. Lakers lob it back into the Calvin zone now. Trying to track it down behind the net there. That's going to be Jack Ekholm. Came back to the near side, but the Knights able to take it away. Here's Akers across the line, actually just shy of the line. Dumping into the Lakers zone now as he did cross the line, but not until after he lobbed it in. All right, after that rather unnecessary description of a dump in, Lakers have it back now across the Calvin line. Bazach deals it into the high slot. Pischker not able to get the shot away there. Puck down to the slot again. And now it got played wide left. Puck came here again now to the near boards. Nate Brown now in the neutral zone. Spinorama, pass up ahead. Got by Zimmerman, rolls back into the Calvin zone. Went over to the far side now. Danny Bazach able to get to it there for RU. He'll play it back to his own end, and the Lakers now will regroup. 6-2, Lakers trailing. Late stages of this game. Puck now loose. Ickes able to track it down. Dropped it back to Zimmerman. Fakes a shot. Put it over to the far side now. Taken again here by Roosevelt. They'll bring it the other way now. Across the blue line on the right wing. Top hash marks far circle. Puck lobbed in and hit the dasher board, then came around now to the near side. Came now to the near side and now played back into the Lakers zone. Zimmerman, mini breakaway here. Skates in deep. Oh, he takes a hard fall just to the near side of the net. He wanted a penalty there on a possible trip. He won't get it as Harbor Castle covering up the puck, and we have a face-off on the way. Calvin the lead 6-2. With now 5:06 remaining here in the game. Back with you on December the 7th, Saturday night. Roosevelt hosting Purdue Northwest. 7:30 face-off, 7:30 airtime here on that Saturday game. Now we'll have a face-off, far circle to the right of the RU net. Penalty here now to Roosevelt. 2-minute minor going to Andrew Lozenak. And a very good
Penalty on number 6, Andrew Lozenak. 2 minutes for hooking at 5:06 remaining in the third period. Lozenak, 2 minutes for a hook at 5:06.
So there you have the call on the penalty to Lozenak for hooking. And the power play on the ice now for Calvin. Right after the faceoff, they had a shot that went flying wide to the right. Here's Pratt with it now. Holden Pratt back skating to the midpoint, played to the near circle now on a pass, and it's fired in from there, and Harbor Castle able to make the save. 1:30 remaining now on the penalty here to Roosevelt. Heading to the end stages of this game, 6-2 in favor of Calvin. Face off near circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. Went to the high slot here. Put in deep. Trying to get a shot away, and in fact, able to get a shot away there was Joel Finovic, but it was stopped there on a stick save and then covered up by Harbor Castle. And another face-off is on the way with now 1:25 remaining on the Roosevelt penalty. Quick face-off here. Came to Pratt near point now. He holds. Dropped it back now. It'll be backhanded to the left wing point for Calvin around the perimeter. Centering pass in front. A little bit of a mini traffic jam there. Then Danny Bazach able to get to it and backhanding it out of the zone back into the Calvin end. Yost way out of the net. Leaves it in the far corner now. And Calvin will take it without a problem here. No pressure by Roosevelt. Under a minute remaining on the Calvin Knights power play. Calvin across the Laker line. Good pass into the far circle. Redirect, they score. Oh, what a beautiful pass in front as the Knights had a man ready and waiting right in front. Little pass, little backhand flip then, top shelf, and Calvin gets a power play goal to take a 7-2 lead. I think it was Daniel Ciso on the goal. We'll wait and get the announcement. So both teams now back to full strength as we await the faceoff.
Knights goal by number 86, Daniel Ciso. Assist by number 11, Christoph Petrilla. And number 13, Tony Eaton. At 3:58 remaining in the third period.
Petrilla and Eaton on the assists.
Ciso at 3:58.
So 7-2 in favor of Calvin. And they are now well on their way to a victory here tonight. Puck into the far corner now. Came back in behind the net. Came around to the near side. Just beyond the blue line, McNeish takes a hard hit from behind from Ickes. Taken here now by the Knights. They'll bring it across the Laker line. Trying to get around the defender, Christoph Petrilla. Went back in behind the net. Tried to put it to the far side. Got spun away from the puck there a little bit. Now it went to the left wing point. Hard hit applied there as the puck kept in by the Knights. Went back in behind the Roosevelt net. Now around to the near side to Gage McNeish. He'll toss it up ahead. And it'll be taken back here now. Zimmerman lost it, got it back. Top of the far circle, wristing it in. Didn't go far, came back to the midpoint, kept in by the Knights. Fired back in, it came in eventually to the near corner. Now back in behind the net, and the Lakers able to control. Inside of 3 minutes remaining in this game, and the Lakers trailing at 7-2. Good pass up ahead, but it glances off the stick of Ethan Poole, and the Lakers able to take it back in their own end. Cleared to center, came back to the Calvin line. Knights bring it back across now into the Lakers zone. Well, backhand pass here to the near point. Came back out front. There's a drive from Justice, deflected into the far corner. Puck came down to the left wing half board, chipped out of the zone by the Lakers. Closing in on the 2 minute mark, time remaining in the game. Here's Justice over to the far side now. Across the red line into the Lakers zone on the left wing. Skates in deep. A little drop back into the far circle, deflected away, went into the far corner there. I think Sacchino was trying to track it down there. Came back now to the left side, and it'll be cleared to center. Lakers now able to get to it, and into the Calvin zone they go. Puck slides into the slot, but no shot available there. Danny Bazach trying to work his magic in there late, but couldn't do so. Puck came around now to the near side. Calvin able to bring it up the ice. Backhanded in by Darmanov. Goes to the end boards. Lakers control. Closing in on the final minute of this hockey game. Good effort tonight by the Lakers, but again, Calvin just too much. Too much offense. And they'll cruise to a win here tonight. Puck to the far half board, now came back to center. Dumped in from there. Down to 1:10 remaining in this game. Puck played to the far boards. Lakers able to clear it. Back to the Calvin line, taken there by Pratt. Over to the far boards now, 1 minute remaining in the game. Puck battled for there, and eventually taken by Nate Brown for Roosevelt. He wheels around at his own blue line. To the red line, sidesteps a defender, brought it across the Calvin line, pushed it ahead too far. Calvin got it back. Pass here now to the near side. Hard hit applied in open ice there as it got dumped back into the Roosevelt zone. Rink wide pass, then a pass up through the neutral zone, knocked away. Zimmerman now trying to track it down inside the Laker line, couldn't do so. Roosevelt played it back into the Calvin zone. It rolls into the far corner. Check applied there, pass in front. Oh, trying to fire it home there, Jack Ekholm, but could not connect. Came around now to the near side. And now eventually a whistle here. And we'll have a face-off on the way with 19.7 remaining in the game. 7-2 in favor of Calvin. Here comes the face-off, near circle to the right of the Calvin net. Off the draw. Puck now lobbed into the air. It traverses the ice along the near boards. Able to get to it there was Petrilla. Passed it over to the far boards. Final seconds of this game winding down. Again, a good effort by the Lakers tonight, but powerful Calvin team able to claim victory here this evening as the final seconds wind down. And I heard a whistle. And there is no time left on the clock. I heard a whistle, but no buzzer, and now the game ends. You can see we've gone to color bars here, so we'll close it out. Final score again tonight, Calvin 7, Roosevelt 2. Back with you on the 7th of December, Roosevelt against Purdue Northwest. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday coming up, and we'll see you in December. Final again, 7-2 in favor of Calvin, thanks to Steve Hayes on game operations. So we wrap it up from the edge, and again, we'll see you in December when the Lakers face Purdue Northwest. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. As again, the final, 7-2 in favor of Calvin. See you in December. Either way, until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thank you so much for being with us. And for now, from the Edge in Bensenville, we wish you all a very pleasant good night.